Now, there's a lot of buzz around and interest in Donald Trump and his potential interest in running in this race, and I think he's a person that has had wonderful success in many walks of life. But, and I'm not here to tell you much more about his candidacy than I think we should borrow at least one line from his TV show, The Apprentice. And when we look at President Obama and when we cast our votes in November of 2012, we should say to President Obama, "You're right." But to restore America's promise, we have to make sure that we remember and remind each other of what made this nation great. We are indeed the most successful, most prosperous nation the world has ever known. And what made this nation great is not a mystery. As we search for the answers, it's actually quite clear. It's actually quite simple. It's available for all to see. It is those common sense values and cherished traditions that made this nation great that we need to bring forward and apply to the challenges of our time. But they don't relate to government. We need to do this one school, one PTA at a time, one little league at a time, one church gathering at a time, one American at a time, and frankly, one Tea Party rally at a time. Now, this is best represented, America's promise and these values, by the thinking of our founding fathers. And they didn't just talk about it, they embedded it into the framing documents of this nation and the framing documents of our states. And they made it so simple, even politicians can understand, or should be able to understand. So let's start with that. And of course, the Declaration of Independence and other founding perspectives starts where it should all start, by acknowledging that this nation was created under God. The Declaration of Independence says we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. It doesn't say we're endowed by, with all due respect, our legislators. It doesn't say we're endowed by the county clerk or the local bureaucrat, or we're endowed by our member of Congress. These rights and privileges were given to us by our Creator. The Constitution guarantees and maintains those freedoms, but let's remember where it starts. And so for people who say, "Oh, Pawlenty, don't bring that up, it's politically incorrect," or some other comment, hogwash. They put it right in the documents, and in 49 of the 50 states, their Constitution starts just like Minnesota's does, or similar. Ours says, "We, the people of Minnesota, grateful to God for our civil and religious."